The Roman Empire spanned over 1.9 million miles and 3 continents during its peak. It also lasted over 1,000 years. Because I'm a dude, I think about the Roman Empire on a daily basis. So, the other day, I couldn't help but wonder, what would the Roman Empire's national football team look like? The Roman Empire spanned from Western Europe all across the Balkans, North Africa, and the Middle East. It's safe to say we have a decent pool of players to pick from. First of all, we're going to look at the most valuable starting 11. Diogo Costa will be the only player representing Portugal, as he'll be taking the position between the sticks. Achraf Hakimi will be taking on the role of right back. Northern Morocco was part of the Roman Empire, but Hakimi was born and raised in Madrid, so he qualifies to make the squad either way. The centre-back pairing of Spain's Pau Cubarsí and France's William Saliba will be joining Croatia's Joško Gvardiol in order to complete the back line. Jude Bellingham and Pedri will form the La Liga duo in midfield, and only a small part of northwest Germany was part of the Roman Empire, but Florian Wirtz's native Pultheim was under Roman control for around 500 years, so the Liverpool man will be able to complete the midfield trio. We have youngster Lamine Yamal occupying the right wing, Kylian Mbappe leading the lines from striker, and England man Bukayo Saka will complete the front three. The starting 11 comes in at a total of 1.35 billion euros, which is quite mental when you realize that Real Madrid's entire 25-man squad is worth 1.37 billion. The squad boasts 7 different nationalities as well as 7 different clubs, and although this hypothetical 11 is completely stacked, it is just done off market value. There's some other names that could very well be worthy of making the team sheet. England's Harry Kane and Egypt's Mohamed Salah would both be eligible to bolster the attack, and Germany's Jamal Musiala, as well as England's Cole Palmer, can be solid reinforcements to the midfield. Alessandro Bastoni would bring some homegrown Italian representation to the squad, and France's Ibrahima Konate could join him in reinforcing the defense. Gianluigi Donnarumma just became the number 1 at Man City, but the alien international could become a solid backup for Costa. Now, it's pretty clear to see what would happen if the Roman Empire had a national team. It would be like when you went on FIFA and put all the best players in the game on Scunthorpe and hoped your little brother wouldn't notice when you put 37 goals past him. No, just me. Anyhow, I couldn't help but think of the impact this would have on domestic football as well. The Roman Empire would have taken over the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, Ligue 1, and some of the Bundesliga. So, if it was all seen as one country, what would a domestic football structure look like? My viewer retention is already low enough, so instead of rattling off a list of the 92 most valuable clubs in a hypothetical Roman Empire, I'm just going to give a range for each league so we get a good idea of the standard present within a hypothetical Roman Empire footballing pyramid. The top division would see Real Madrid as most valuable club and Sporting CP as the least valuable club. Some notable exclusions consist of Bayern Munich as well as Borussia Dortmund, as Munich and Dortmund both resisted the Romans. Good on you, lads. Crystal Palace would be the most valuable club in the second division, and Real Sociedad would be the least valuable. Sunderland would once again find themselves on the higher end of the third division, and Club Brugge would be at the bottom. Girona would be the pride of the fourth division, and despite being one of the biggest clubs in Greece, Olympiacos would find themselves on the brink of being a professional football club. Now, we're going to have a look at the Roman Empire's potential footballing infrastructure. Yes, we are well and truly scraping the barrel here. 3 of the 10 largest stadiums in the world would be under Roman jurisdiction, with Spain's Camp Nou, Egypt's new administrative capital stadium, and England's Wembley Stadium all coming in with a capacity of at least 90,000. Fun fact, the largest stadium in the world is actually in North Korea. Not sure who fact-checked that one, but I'll take their word for it. Surely, the Roman Empire would be a favorite to host any sort of major tournament. Because of the fact it spanned over 3 continents, it could host the Euros, AFCON, or Asian Cup. You thought Kazakhstan, being UEFA, was tricky? Registering the entire Roman Empire under a single confederation would be a logistical nightmare. The Romans would have dibs on any stadium in England, Spain, Italy, France, Portugal, the Netherlands, and even some in the Arabian Peninsula. They also probably wouldn't let the Colosseum go as much as it has, which will quite frankly be a dream venue for a World Cup final. The Roman Empire and football are 2 things I think about quite often. It was interesting to see what it would look like if the 2 worlds collided. Let me know what you thought of this one, and be sure to like and subscribe.